Well, they're talking to the Jets, but the words being used right now in the inner circle of the NFL is impasse, that they can't come to a decision, the Jets and Green Bay, over what the trade package will be. Green Bay asked for number one. Jets said, we're not trading a number one for a 30-year-old quarterback. Then Green Bay said, we want a two. Well, the Jets looked at that and said, we'll consider that. But then Green Bay came back and said, well, actually, we want two number twos. If he elects to play beyond 2023, he's going to play in 24 or 25. We want another second-round pick thrown into the equation. And at this point, the Jets saying, that's an awful big price to pay for a 38-year-old guy. Now, what just happened, though, on Wednesday is the Jets made another trade. They traded one of their top young receivers, Elijah Mitchell, and he was dealt away for a second-round draft pick. So the Jets have now stockpiled multiple number twos for the April draft. So maybe the Jets' thinking is pretty much changed. Okay, we'll give you two number twos, and they're going to negotiate a restructured contract with Rodgers. Rodgers has to be there for the OTAs and everything else, because they're going to try to hit the floor running with this new quarterback. And the quarterback could be for 23 and 24 and maybe even 25 if he elects to go forward. But I'm surprised the deal has stalled right now. But again, Green Bay is in a situation where they want to get him off the books, and it's going to kill him with the cap. They've done nothing in free agency. It's going to kill him with the cap. They take a $40 million cap hit this year to end the Aaron Rodgers era. So that's one big story to keep an eye on. Other big stories around the National Football League, we can talk about a Lamar Jackson situation. This is unresolved too. Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, and what's going to transpire there. He's a franchise tag free agent. Steve Bisciotti, the owner of the Ravens, said on Thursday morning that nobody is going to do a Deshaun Watson contract on any quarterback. That's not going to be the new norm in the NFL, including us. So that's the arguing point, that Lamar Jackson wants 5 years guaranteed, $250 million, lock, stock, and barrel. Baltimore says no. Other clubs would have to deal with the same storyline if Lamar calls Washington or calls Indianapolis or says, I'm interested in talking to you. Would one of those clubs break ranks and do what Cleveland did with a full guaranteed contract across the board? Sidebar story, the NFL union is investigating allegations. Lamar Jackson, he's got friends everywhere, is using a couple of lawyers who are not certified agents to make contacts with teams to talk about structure of deal. You can't use a non-certified agent to negotiate a contract. What is Lamar Jackson doing? He's creating an uproar for himself. The league has already informed him, you can't use John Riley to negotiate this contract. Don't you dare call Lee Hamilton and have him go to that club. They're not certified. So it's a big issue for Lamar Jackson, who's doing all this by himself. Keep that thing front and center, because this thing has not been resolved from Baltimore's standpoint. They've dug their heels in. Looks like Lamar Jackson's dug his heels in too.